I'm trying to wrap my mind around what victory did Terence Bud Crawford have for people to say, or people to believe, that Terence Bud Crawford could move up 3 divisions up to the 168-pound division and fight, challenge, or beat Canelo Alvarez? What victory? Let me see. Was it the Sean Porter? Was it the David Avanesian? Was it the Victor Postal? Was it the Jeff Horn? Was it the Kell Brook? Amir Khan? Gamboa? Jose Benavidez Jr.? Was it Errol Spence? I mean, the most spectacular performance of Terence Bud Crawford's career was Errol the True Spence. Even though that he was the favorite to win, right? Bud Crawford was the favorite to beat Errol Spence, right? Close, you know, in the betting odds, but he was the favorite. So it was Errol Spence. It had to be the Errol Spence victory that got people thinking that he could move up 3 divisions up and challenge or even beat Canelo Alvarez. The Spence whooping is going to get Terence Bud Crawford's ass whooped. Oh, yeah. And it's all your fault. Maybe Errol Spence was greater than a lot of people wanted to admit. Especially Bud Crawford fans that used to talk down about Errol Spence. Huh? Oh, Errol Spence ain't all that. He's just protected by PBC and things of that nature. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because before all of that, there wasn't no really real indication of people believing that Terence Bud Crawford will move up to the 168-pound division and face Canelo Alvarez. Even Bud Crawford said in an interview a couple of years ago, when they asked him about the Canelo Alvarez, a potential Canelo Alvarez fight, he's like, man, I'm in 147. Canelo Alvarez is a 168 campaign at 175. I don't see me ever fighting Canelo Alvarez. I never see that coming through fruition, basically. So it had to be the Errol Spence performance. And I keep on saying to the people, right? People, stop being a slave to the moment in reference to Bud Crawford beating Errol the True Spence. Was it the Majumov fight that got y'all confidence that Bud Crawford could challenge and beat Canelo Alvarez? Was the Majumov? Of course not. It wasn't the Majumov. So it had to be Errol the True Spence. So I got to admit, you know, I used to be one of those people that argue in this community that Errol the True Spence is really not that much of a threat to Bud Crawford, right? I always used to say, I never thought that Bud Crawford would lose to Errol Spence. I truly never thought that Keith Thurman would lose to Errol Spence. I actually thought in the welterweight division, if everybody was healthy, that the best fight was a Bud Crawford versus Keith Thurman. I mean, look, I know people's going to debate that and stuff like that. A lot of people did lose a lot of confidence in Keith Thurman throughout the years. But I'm just saying, if everybody was healthy, he didn't have those type of injuries, I always saw the Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford more of an intriguing fight, more of a difficult fight. Just like Bud Crawford team has alluded many times. Bo Mack have said it. Bernie the Boxer have said it, that Keith Thurman was the more difficult fight matchup for a Bud Crawford. Maybe the footwork, to power in both hands and things of that nature, right? But seems like Errol Spence was greater than what people may have admit. If Bud Crawford beating Errol Spence was the reason that got people thinking that, wow, Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, then Errol Spence might be the greatest of this generation. Maybe. I'm trying to make sense out of this. Maybe Errol Spence at the time was pound for pound number one. I've been in debates and I'm like, come on, people will say that he's pound for pound number one. He's all this, he's all that. How dare y'all say that? But the way that people looking at Bud Crawford after that victory, it's like he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. It's like he's the Avengers all put together. He's Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thorn, even the Black Widow. Even the Black Widow. Was that the fight? Was that the fight that got people really thinking that Bud Crawford's going to move up? Again, I believe that that's a great event for the sport of boxing, especially in the North America, in which a lot of people is indicating that boxing is dying. I think it's a good event, and I hope that Turki Al-Sheikh could put a great undercard in which he is known to do. But in terms of the fight, to be honest, I can't mind F myself. I think it's a mismatch, a total mismatch. I think it's a fight that really is overshadowing the fight that needs to happen. Because you can't contradict yourself. If a lot of people out there believe that Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is a good fight, and people believe that, you know what, man, it's smart for Bud Crawford to get that easy money or that payday that Turki Al-Sheikh is putting in front of him, right? Then people shouldn't criticize Canelo Alvarez for not fighting David Benavidez. Again, if fighting Bud Crawford is a great fight, if fighting Bud Crawford is a legacy fight, if people feel like Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez should not be dumb and avoid or deny the offer of Turki Al-Sheikh, because a lot of people saying that is a highly significant number, right? A type of number that you can't refuse, and Bud Crawford can't be dumb to decline that offer. Then you can't be mad at Canelo Alvarez for not fighting David Benavidez. So in that indication, Canelo Alvarez is not ducking David Benavidez. In my opinion, I do believe that Canelo Alvarez is avoiding David Benavidez. But if y'all going to be in this train of Canelo Alvarez fighting Terence Crawford, and it's a good fight, and it's a lucrative fight, and all that stuff, well, guess what? Then y'all giving Canelo Alvarez a pass not to face David Benavidez, and y'all can't be mad. I feel sorry for fighters like David Benavidez and guys in the past that's been in position, respectfully, to get a Canelo Alvarez fight, right? You know what I'm saying? How will you think David Benavidez really feel when he's been the one fighting and putting himself in position, becoming a mandatory, putting himself in position for a Canelo Alvarez showdown, the best fight in 168, and you guys rather push a welterweight to fight Canelo Alvarez after y'all witnessed Canelo Alvarez beating a junior middleweight, the undisputed power hitter in Jamel Charlo. And then y'all saw the performance of Terence Crawford as he moved up to the 154-pound division fighting Mazurmov, who hasn't done anything in the pros. But it's a good fight. Terence Errol Spence is the catalyst of this fantasy fight. The butt whooping that Terence Crawford gave Errol Spence is gonna be the same ass whooping that Canelo Alvarez is gonna give Bud Crawford. And you guys, media, fans, delusional ones, you guys are going to get Bud Crawford beaten down from pillar to post. And maybe, hopefully not, that Bud Crawford doesn't get too much damage in which he wouldn't enjoy the fruit of his labor.